Well, after a month away from Capitol Hill, Congress is back with a jam-packed to-do list. It includes questions about the president's recent policing push as he takes aim at several major cities across the country. Also top of mind, the Trump administration's handling of the Epstein files.
This is a topic that really dominated the conversation here in Washington as lawmakers prepared to go back to their districts for August recess. And now as they're returning, some of them are pushing to make sure that this remains an area of focus. Before the break, a House Oversight subcommittee voted to subpoena the Department of Justice for more documents related to Epstein. They have started receiving those and have promised to make at least some of the files public. I will note that some Democrats on the committee have criticized the information that they've received so far, saying that not a lot of new records have yet been sent over. On Tuesday, members of that committee, both Democrats and Republicans, are meeting with some of the victims, the survivors of Epstein's abuse, as well as some of the victims' family members. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says that part of the goal is to see how best to present this information to the public with the victims in mind. Then in a separate effort, this one led by Representative Ro Khanna, a Democrat from California, and Representative Thomas Massie, a Republican from Kentucky, there is expected to be a press conference on Wednesday featuring some of the victims. They say that some of them will be speaking out publicly for the first time. And this comes as those two lawmakers are teaming up trying to force a vote on legislation that calls for the broad release of files related to Epstein. They would need 218 signatures on their discharge petition in order to bypass leadership and trigger a vote. At the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Congress, though, faces other fights besides the Epstein files. Lawmakers have 4 weeks now to pass bills to fund the government and avoid a shutdown. Democrats signaling they want new checks on President Trump's power and a rollback of the president's signature domestic policy law, but the White House says it is in no mood to yield to those demands.
The president is seeking to go around Congress and undermine our authority. That's bad faith. That's not how you create a budget.
On the Senate side, Republicans will have to tackle the chaos at the CDC, where the president fired an official. The Senate confirmed just days before its August recess.